So this is the difference between your reporting and analysis regarding these points. Next one topic is the types of the big data analytics. So what is the types of the big data analytics? One is the different types of the big data analytics is there. Analytical approaches. What is the analytical approaches? The organizations are growing rapidly and they realize that big data becomes the advantages in the most of the applications. Due to this they make sure to select the right options to data analytics solutions to increase the rate of interest and decrease the operational cost and also to improve the service quality. There are the four types of the big data analytics, and these are the big data analytics types. One is the descriptive analytics. So what is the descriptive analytics? The descriptive analytics can be defined as it is a simplest class of analytics, one that let you to compress big data into the smaller, more useful chunks of informations. It can be considered as one of the basic form of the analysis, and almost 90% of organizations make use of descriptive analytics. The descriptive analytics can be described as a what has happened approach, which means that it can examine the data combining in the real life times and the historical data for insight on how to approach the future. The main goal of the descriptive analytics is to find out the reasons of descriptive success or failure which was happened in the past. Here the terms past can be refer as a particular time in the event can be happened, and it may be a month ago or days ago or just few minutes. The descriptive analytics can help for business to learn from the past behavior to understand how they will affect on the upcoming outcomes. Descriptive analytics depends on the understand aggregates functions in database which do not require an extra knowledge of maths. Only the basic school's maths is necessary. For example of descriptive analytics include the results that business achieves from the web servers with the help of the Google Analytics tools. The outcomes can assist to understand what actually happens in the past and confirm if a promotional campaign was successful or not on the basis of the parameters such as the page review. Next one is the diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic analysis are used to find out the reasons of why the something happened. Diagnostic name is defined as the diagnostic. Diagnostic analysis take a deeper look at the data to understand the reason of events and behavior. Diagnostic analysis is in when researching leading churn indicators and use tendency between the most trustworthy customers. Organizations make the use of diagnostic analysis because they give the deeper inside look. At the same time, the company should have detailed information at their disposal. If not, data collections may turns out to be individual or every issues and require more times. For example, churn reason analysis and customers health score analysis. Third one is the predictive analysis. The predictive analysis can be useful for making the predictions of what will happens in future. Name is as the predictions. Prediction analysis is the next steps up in the data reductions. It makes use of range of statistical modelings, data minings, and the machine learning techniques to learn current and historical data, thereby permitting analysis to make the predictions about the futures. With the help of the predictive analysis, and organizations gather the conceptual data and the related it with other user behavior datasets and web server data to acquire the actual insights. Predictive analytics offers the best recommendations and also answer to the questions which are not given by the business intelligence. Organizations such as Walmart, Amazon, and the other retailers influence the predictive analysis to recognize the tendency in sale based on purchase patterns of customer, predicting the customer's behaviors and inventory levels, preference of customers, predicting the amount of sales at the end of the quarter of year. One of the best example of predictive analytics is the purchasing the credit score. Credit scores assist the financial institutions to make the decisions about the probability of customers paying credits bills on time or not. Fourth one is the perspective analytics. The perspective analytics is the considered as the most valuable big data analytics, which will be used to add the extra features for manipulating the features. It will gives the suggestions for the possible outcomes of every decision so that the decisions makers can use these informations and execute it and minimize the business matrices. Also, it can be advised the best way of actions for every specific outcomes. The perspective analytics makes use of the solution simulations or optimizations to ask what should a business do. Perspective analytics needs two components. They are actionable data, and next one is the feedback system, which keep the lack of outcomes generated by the appropriate action taken. The feedback system eventually helps in capturing more data to analyze and adjust the actions to provide the more precise result. The concept of prescriptive analytics is an advanced concept based on two things. First one is the optimizations, which will be used to get the best outcomes, and next one is the statistic optimizations that assist for the understanding how to get the best outcomes and recognize data uncertainty to make the better decision. For example, the perspective analysis can be useful for classifying customer according to their product preference and states. Another example of perspective analytics is the healthcare industry. With the help of perspective analysis, you can manage the patients' populations to count the number of patients who are fat. Then you can insert some filter filters for factors such as diabetes and cholesterol level to decide where to focus the treatment. So next one is the analytical approach. Next one point is the analytical approach. What is the analytical approach? Two types of the analytical approach is available. One is the customer applications for the big data analysis, and it is the semi customer application for the big data analysis. So first one we will discuss number of times reports and visualizations are used to represent the big data analysis to the end user. As a result, raw data may be effectively varied. One has to rely on analysis tools and techniques so as to present the data in meaningful ways. So advanced application for the big data analytics, number of advanced applications are coming and falls mainly into the two categories. One is the custom applications for the big data analysis, and another is the semi-custom applications for the big data analysis. So what is the custom applications for the big data analysis? Usually for any specific purpose, the customer applications is created. In case of big data analysis, is the objectives of the custom applications development is to minimize the times for the decision or actions. Like our environment, this will be we had discussed in our practicals. Next one is the Google prediction APIs in the big data analysis applications tools. This is the considerable as an engineering class, emerging class. The Google prediction APIs can be downloaded from the Google developer website. It is well documented and consists of various access methodologies with the help of multiple programming language. It can be used free of cost for 6 months. These predictions API is very simple to use. It searches for the different patterns and matches them to the perspective or other existing patterns. Predictions support various latest languages such as the .NET, Java, PHP, JavaScript, Python, Ruby, etc. It is implemented as RESTful API. Scripts are provided by the Google so as to access the API and the client library for R. Predictive analysis can be considered as the most powerful ability of the big data, and to create the common applications, Google predictions APIs is very useful. Semi-customer applications for the big data analysis, it is not necessary to create the completely new applications. Custom applications are usually created using the number of ready-made party components like the libraries. Because of following reasons, because of certain reasons, it can be considered as a good options. First one is the speed of the deployment, as there is a no needs to create each and every parts of applications. The development speeds can be effectively increased. Second is the stability. The customer applications become more resilient when well constructed, as well as the reliable third party components are used. Third one is the better quality. The quality of the packages components is always higher as in the various types of environments and the domains they are deployed. Fourth one is the more flexibility. It is possible to swap a better components into the applications, which helps to enhance the adaptability as well as the usefulness of the certain user-centric applications. In some other types of the semi custom applications, source code is available and it is the possible to modify it for a custom purpose. This is considered as a quite efficient approach. There are the semi-custom applications for the big data analytics are available. That is the TA library. First one is the TA library. That is TALIB. Next one is JUNG. Next one is the GEO tools. So one by one we will discuss what is the first one, that is the TALIB. It stands for the Technical Analysis Library. It is used in the technical analysis for the financial market database. Under the BSD, that is the Berkeley Software Distributions license, it is available on as open source. It can be integrated into the semi-custom applications. Next one is the GUNG. It stands for the Java Universal Network Graph. It is a library which offers the common frameworks for the analysis as well as the visualizations of the data, which can be prepared with the help of the graph or the network. Mainly it is used in the social network analysis, importance measures and data mining. Under the BSD license, it is available as open source. And the third one is the GEO tool. This toolkit is used to manipulate the GIS data in various forms, analysis spatial and non-spatial attributes of the GIS data, and generating the graphs as well as the network of such data. Under this